What the fuck? Here's the camera. So here's the Punisher, published by THQ.
Get the fuck out of the road, asshole!
The game starts off with the Punisher, or Frank Castle, walking down the street in New York. Or in his words,
About the New York.
he walks around for a bit and then the game introduces you to the tutorial. Before we talk any further about the story, the gameplay is actually really fluid so far. You press Q to kill people, and when you save someone you can talk to them and you get health.
Thanks, man.
For what?
For saving my life?
Right.
You can also interrogate people by either punching them, gun tension, choking them, or smash their head against the ground. Frank can also crouch, but it's really useless, so it's not really a big deal. And Frank can do available. Frank can do a rage attack where he has two knives and he can stab people and is invincible for a couple of seconds. With skulls icon on certain people's heads, you gain more information by them, and usually there is a skull icon for the environment so you can do these special kills on them.
Why should I let you live?
I don't do drugs, man. I just live here. Okay, I do drugs.
But the game is censored, so it does have a gray and black and white filter.
These are EXA emojis.
There was a patch you can install so you can get rid of it, but I didn't install it because, well, it's a shady looking website.
It's an ambush! Take me with you, and I'll tell him not to shoot you.
It's a shame that they weren't able to remove the filter. Actually, the main reason they added the filter is mostly because the game was too violent at the time, and the rating would be an adult rating. Huh. Kind of like Manhunt 2, but there's a story for around Halloween. But in this level, you just stop this crack house from people selling drugs. You take him out, then take out the main leader by dropping him.
New York City never changes. No one catches you when you fall.
Upgrades, and when I first started this game I didn't even go to the upgrades because they're useless. The only thing you should get personally is the regain health with each kill. Tailgate people,
Fuck off and die, asshole.
and a bit more tailgating. Yeah, the gameplay could be competitive if you don't like shooters, because all you really do in this game is shoot and interrogate people. I don't think that's a bad thing. I just wish the game had stealth mechanics. Remember how I mentioned the crouch and how I said it's useless? Well, here's an example of me trying to sneak up on people.
Morris?
What was all that shooting? Look out! It's him!
The enemies can see you through walls, but they don't heal you at all when you're actually running. So crouch is basically pointless of even trying.
Let's see if anyone's expecting me.
Usually you're lucky you can sneak past them or such, but the stealth is completely broken. So it's just a lot faster just to kill, to just go guns blazing. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention you can dual weapons in this game. You can do it with any weapon in this game, except for snipers. So let's talk more about the interrogation, since that's throughout the whole game. While interrogating people, you have this mini bar in the middle that's either big or small. You have to make sure you're in the bar and make sure it doesn't lower down. If it lowers down, then you don't get the information. So just make sure you keep it just where it's at, so you can, you know, interrogate.
You're gonna burn in hell!
I also forgot the Punisher can knock people out, and you can get some different dialogue with people. I have no idea how. I heard on PS2 you can knock them out by pressing triangle, but I don't own the PS2 copy. But just more of the mafia plot carries on. And then, sooner you know it, Frank is in the casket pretending to,
It's the Punisher!
after you kill that, you kill the mother. And then Frank Castle is in his apartment, and then the Russian guy comes, which is a reference to the movie. Actually, I don't know if this movie is a tie-in game or just referencing the movie. Kind of strange, because it feels more like a comic game more than a movie tie-in game, honestly. Before I go further, you can zoom in by pressing F, but it works just like a Wii controller. If you have no idea what I mean, it's you move the cursor around, but that's it. You can flow people around, literally flow them, and use them as body shields. You can throw people through doors so they can kill them. You can use people as shields. And then we meet Bullseye, which is a guy with a
target on his forehead.
Yeah, along with I like the gun mechanics in this game, and all the levels are actually pretty solid besides its stealth mechanics. Boss fights in this game are god awful. They're really fast, faster than you can aim, and they have a crap ton of health. I recommend shooting them in the head most of the time. Don't bother using shotguns because I found out that it barely works or hits them at all. Just yeah. The final boss, but Jigsaw, the final boss, is the most
Annoying boss in this whole fucking game.
Sorry for the curse, but just God, damn, this boss was annoying. He has protective armor, and the only way to hurt him is with explosives. I had really low health. The good part is he was slow, but normal enemy that can shoot, but he also has high amount of armor, and I was running low on ammo, so yeah, it was stressful. Not even the rage attack could do anything to them. I'm getting off track. This kind of actually cool looking Punisher camo design is awesome, along with the flamethrower, which have some pretty awesome kills. You meet the Russian again, who takes out Nick Fury really easily. Then you kill him by shooting at him with more barrels. Basically the final boss, but just slightly less annoying. Frank is in prison. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that this whole point of the game is that Frank is telling the cops that the whole sections of the story. So basically, you're playing the game in flashbacks.
This is very ill.
There's also the Wilskin Fist plot, but it's not really worth mentioning because he doesn't really play a big role besides how you're killing his gang, and that's about it. So yeah, that was the Punisher. The game has problems with the awful stealth mechanics and the awful bosses, but besides that, it's a surprisingly good game. The censorship isn't that bad because at least you can still make out what's happening and you see the aftermath.
Another ceiling fan tragedy.
And that's the Punisher. A surprisingly short game, and honestly not bad graphics for the time, but Max Payne came out at a time for PC, and that game looks infinitely better, but still not a bad game at all. Personally, it's way up there for tie-in games. But yeah, that's the Punisher. Now excuse me, I'm gonna go look through my garbage and try to find something.